Scrutiny of papers after the poll. Disclaimer: this training material is for use in training of election officials. It should not be referred as guideline of ECI. In case of any variance in this training material, the Commission guideline, rules, laws shall prevail. In this video, we will learn about scrutiny of papers after the poll. Scrutiny of documents relating to poll is an important analytical tool to analyze proper conduct of elections and taking the-poll decision. Scrutiny is done in the presence of observer on the next day of the poll. On the basis of this scrutiny, Commission takes the decision regarding the requirement of re-poll, if any. As far as possible, the aforesaid scrutiny will take place at 11 a.m. on the date after the poll. A written notice should be served on all the candidates to be present during the scrutiny. The entire process of such scrutiny should be videographed. In order to facilitate the scrutiny, care should be taken to ensure that polling station-wide documents are stored separately in another strong room instead of EVM strong room, where EVM and Form 17C are kept under double lock and seal. In order to facilitate identification of polling stations for which scrutiny of Form 17A and presiding officer's diary is required to be done, returning officer shall collect the following information for each polling station at the time of receipt of polled EVMs and other documents after completion of polls. The information to be collected is shown on the screen. Based on the collected information, scrutiny of these papers shall be done by the general observer in the presence of RO and candidate or their election agents, presiding officer's diary, register of voters and Form 17A, micro observer report, videography recordings, visitor sheets, reports of zonal magistrate sector officers, reports of presiding officer, still photography, etc. Categories of the polling stations for which scrutiny to be done are: in all polling stations where any complaint of poll rigging, malpractice, etc. was received by the observer, DO or RO during the poll process; in all polling stations where any significant event regarding EVM or otherwise was reported to the observer, DO or RO during the poll process; in polling stations where poll took place in the absence of any polling agent or in the presence of the agent of only one candidate; in polling stations where the number of electors who cast their votes using documents other than epic and photo voter slip issued by the Commission, that is alternative documents, exceeded 25% of the total votes cast in that polling station; in polling stations where more than 10% of such electors who had been identified as ASDR turned up to and voted; in polling stations where polling percentage is plus 15% or minus 15% than the average polling percentage of that assembly constituency. Say for example, in a particular assembly constituency, 60% votes have been cast, then in all polling stations with polling percentage 75% or more and 45% or less shall be taken up for the scrutiny. In polling stations where there are at least 5 tendered votes or challenge votes reported, the report of the scrutiny shall be submitted to the Commission as soon as scrutiny is over. In this video, we have learned about scrutiny after the poll. If you have any doubt or want any clarification, then you can contact through the mail as shown on the screen. For other videos on rules and regulations, you can visit the web address as shown. Thank you.